know if Mitt Romney's going to have a hot dog that early in the morning, but he's going to be at the Senate Coney Island in Plymouth, Michigan. And on the other end of our line, Nick from the Senate Coney Island. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's it like to have a presidential candidate, one-time governor of Massachusetts, the son of the former governor of Michigan, coming in this morning?
Well, it's a great feeling. It's got a lot of energy in the air and a lot of people, a lot of anticipation. So we've had Senator McCain here in the past. We've had Granholm here in the past, and even John Snow. So this is the place to be.
What is it about the Senate Coney Island there in Plymouth that draws these big-name politicians?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. Livonia's an industrious city, and I think a lot of the politicians want to get it back on track and get it in the right direction. And they know they're catering to the people of a blue-collar town that really need some support.
You know, I've been to the Senate Coney Island in Plymouth. Is it that lemon rice soup? Is that what you have there?
Yeah, famous lemon rice soup and famous rice pudding, of course.
Man, that is delicious stuff. That is really, I wish I were going to be there with Mitt Romney this morning. I don't know if he's going to do much eating or mostly talking. When it comes to politics, they're usually jawboning somebody or shaking hands, right?
Well, they're going to be doing a lot of talking, I anticipate, here today because, everybody's talking about Michigan's economy, and we'll see if Mitt Romney has anything to add or anything to contribute today.
What's it like now? Are there security issues? Does somebody have to come and certain things you have to comply with when somebody like Mitt Romney comes in?
Well, of course, they come and scope the place out a couple days prior. They have security that's advised to the area. They do their groundwork, that's for sure.
Will you get a picture with Governor Romney, and will it be on the wall at the Senate Coney Island?
I'm sure we'll take pictures. Whether or not it goes on the wall, we don't really publicize all that kind of stuff. We just like to cater to everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations to you. I'm going to wheel on in there. I'm going to be passing through much later after Mitt Romney, but I want to eat where Mitt Romney ate. So I'm going to start.
There you go.
I'll see you there on Friday. Thanks a million.
You got it. Have a good day, guys.
You
Bye-bye.
too. That's Nick. Well, I didn't realize. Look at all the politicians, not just Mitt Romney, but John McCain and Governor Granholm and John Snow all went through the Senate Coney Island. Now, Mitt Romney's in Michigan. He's coming under some bipartisan criticism for fundraisers, believe it or not, in Detroit this week. He wrote an op-ed piece, if you'll recall, in the New York Times that said that Detroit should go broke. And it's Republican Congressman Thaddeus McCotter, who, by coincidence or not, is from Livonia. And he's considering a presidential campaign of his own, and he says Romney's visit to Michigan and to his district is a sad twist.
It becomes rather ironic that someone who would tell you that you should have bankruptcy to now ask your help to attain the presidency.
Yeah, Thaddeus McCotter says Mitt Romney would have withheld the bailout money that supposedly saved the auto companies.
So here's your choice, and what would you do? We know what Mr. Romney would do. You leave all $700 billion on Wall Street of the taxpayers' money, or you break some of it out to try to save Main Street jobs. And he said no.
I think that Thaddeus McCotter, the congressman from Michigan, might be, well, a little ahead of himself if he thinks that Mitt Romney purposely coming to Livonia is because Thaddeus McCotter is thinking of running for president. I think, don't you? I mean, that's kind of... Yeah, it's a coincidence. It's his district, but still, I'm not sure that Mitt Romney's too worried about the presidential candidacy of Thaddeus McCotter, to tell you the truth. That's just my guess. By the way, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is going to testify in front of a joint session of the House and Senate Education Committees next Wednesday here in Michigan about his proclaimed successes and lessons from the Florida Formula for Student Achievement. And we're looking forward to speaking to Governor Bush next week. He was the governor of Florida. He is the son of George Herbert Walker Bush and the brother of George W. Bush, and would love to see him in person or talk to him next week when he comes here to Michigan. Now, you know by now, because it's been going on for a long time, the lobbying over the idea of a second international bridge in the Detroit area, and we're glad to welcome to the program State Senator Roger Kahn, the Republican from Saginaw Township. We are, of course, heard in Saginaw on the radio on WNEM. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. It's nice to talk with you.
Thank you very much. The latest sort of tactic that I read about was that people in that bridge area were issued eviction notices on their homes, but they were fake eviction notices designed to scare them and get them involved in the process of lobbying, I guess, against the bridge, I'm guessing. Is that a dirty tactic or not?
Well, I don't know if it qualifies as a dirty tactic. It would certainly give you an idea that if a bridge goes through, that your home may be condemned. Well, I guess it'd be up to the individual to decide whether I think that's over the top or not.
Seems as though you've decided that you're not in favor. You're in a break with the governor there as a Republican. He wants the bridge, the second span from Detroit to Windsor, and you say no. You have said you have eight reasons, in fact, why you say no.
Well, as prologue to answering that, there's two senators who have served on the Transportation Committee, myself and John Gleason from the Flint area. And so I'm well familiar with this bridge as it was discussed over the last 4 years. There are just multiple reasons to be concerned about it. Let me give you two or three anyway. One is that its proposed area where it's being built is over a salt cavern. Mm-hmm. And a department memo said, and I quote, that this will almost certainly result in catastrophic collapse of a bridge being built there. Wow. Nobody talks about the safety or the appropriateness of building in an unstable ground. And that's I think, particularly unfortunate. And second, I think a real important reason is that the traffic study used to justify this bridge was, in its construction, admittedly flawed. Their internal memos said that they needed to use the worst-case scenario to create numbers that would work for the bridge. So what do they say? Even using their own study, it won't be till 2030 that there's even a chance of a need for this bridge. So it's going to be over 20 years from now. It only takes about 6 years to build it. It seems a little premature, assuming that it's needed then. The traffic on this bridge is less than half of what it was around 2000. The Blue Water Bridge is down, and traffic's down. And
Senator, I hadn't heard that argument before about the salt mine. That is fascinating stuff. Let's talk again soon, Senator Roger Kahn.